Hey, Pat here, and I wanted to talk with you about how fitness marketing is changing in 2019, and more importantly, how you can succeed. I think there are 5 things that are happening right now, things that if you're on the front end of are going to provide you this massive competitive advantage in your market, but you need to follow through on these 5 things and put them into play. Otherwise, you're probably going to get lost in the crowd. You're going to see yourself falling into this kind of Me Too model where everybody kind of looks the same. So the first thing that I think is a massive shift is this move away from making direct offers to programs through platforms like Facebook advertising. See, for the last few years, so many people have been spending their time running Facebook ads directly to programs, whether that's challenges, ongoing programs, or even front-end offers. And basically all they're doing is talking about the features of this program. And Facebook has cracked down. They've cracked down on the promises that you can make, the benefits that you can talk about. And so these programs have all started to blend together and all kind of sound the same because everybody's essentially just talking about the features of their challenge or whatever program they're trying to onboard people into. The reality is, most people don't buy that way. If we think logically about the way that people buy and the way that they use social media, there's a bit of a disconnect. See, this is interruption marketing. When we're posting ads on social media, it's a lot like a TV commercial in the middle of your favorite sitcom, right? And we know what happens. People get up and go to the kitchen, they fast forward through stuff. It's why so many people have shifted to watching streaming stuff like Netflix or Amazon. They want to avoid these interruptions and just focus on the enjoyment they're trying to derive from that specific channel. Social media is the same. If somebody's looking through their Facebook feed or their Instagram feed, they're trying to do this to basically kind of blow off steam, to enjoy themselves, to see what their friends are doing, to really just kind of disengage from reality a lot of times. And then we run this ad for this challenge that really requires a lot of commitment, right? We're asking somebody to come in, rearrange their life for the next 6 weeks, jump into something that they're probably not super comfortable with and pay us to do that. And we're asking them to make that decision while they're going through line in Starbucks, scrolling down their phone, something like that. It's not the way that most people make significant buying decisions. So you need to shift away from that and understand the way that relationships work. And that's number 2. The second key in 2019 and beyond is thinking about marketing is relationship building. We're connecting with somebody kind of on their terms in many ways, in the way that relationships naturally develop. We need to basically connect with them by offering them something of value. We need to get them to kind of self-identify as being interested in what we have to say and potentially what we have to offer. But them being interested isn't necessarily them being ready to buy. If we think about this a little bit like dating, you're not going to ask somebody to marry you the moment you meet them. So we need to go through this natural kind of progression and evolution in a relationship where we get to know somebody, they get to like us, they get to trust us, and then we can move that relationship forward by asking them to make small commitments like opting in for a really valuable lead magnet, by responding to something to engage with us either over the phone or in a success session, or even potentially come into some sort of a risk-free opportunity to enjoy what we have to offer. But there's that evolution. So if we think of marketing as just one-to-one relationship building, but we're having a one-to-one relationship building experience with every prospect we encounter. They're not this massive list. They're not just this collection of people that equal one thing. They're each individuals with their own needs, their own wants, their own desires, and we need to connect with them on an individual level and help them see why it's important and why it's valuable to move that relationship forward. So that's number 2. Number 3, you need to deliver something valuable. We live in a really incredible time where there's more information available than there's ever been before. I mean, there's so much information just available on places like YouTube that nobody's starving for information anymore. Nobody is going to respond just because you posted a meme or just because you posted some bland article or kind of cut and paste content. You need to deliver something valuable to somebody if you're going to get their attention and maintain it. They have to feel like you're making their day better. They have to feel like you're making their life better if you're going to earn the right to get part of their attention each and every day. So if you're going to market, understand that a massive shift is going away from just feeling like I have to get content out and moving towards how can I add value to people's lives? How can I give them something that makes them look forward to the next thing that I share? If you take that approach, you're going to grow this following of people who look forward to seeing what you have to offer. They're going to look forward to either your daily emails or your daily posts or whatever mediums you're using to connect with them. That's the way that things are going to work moving forward. Less information, more value. Now, the fourth thing that's going to allow you to stand out kind of dovetails in with this adding value, and it's showing the authentic you. It's standing out and being unique and being willing to be different. And I understand a lot of people are fearful of that, either fearful that different might fail or fearful that they'll be criticized for being authentic and being themselves. But the reality is people buy people. And the more you can share your own shortcomings, your own experiences, the things that make you and your business unique and different, the more people are going to decide they're either with you or they're not. And we need them to make that decision. What's so cool about that is, as business owners, we like to pre-qualify people so we don't have a bunch of people come in that are a bad fit. But we go about it the wrong way usually. We typically pre-qualify people by financial mechanisms. We think, well, can they afford our services? When the better way to pre-qualify somebody is by desire and fit. You know what? Do they like us? Do they like our message? Do they like what we can potentially help them accomplish? And is their desire to change a fit for what we're going to ask of them? If we can show our authentic selves, if we can illustrate our uniqueness, we're going to be able to pre-qualify people, and we're going to get people to really dive into our message and our brand and potentially our business as a client. And then the people that it's a bad fit for, we never really have to encounter face to face, which is the best pre-qualification of all. And then finally, the fifth and maybe the most important of these tips or strategies to help you succeed in the upcoming year and beyond is that you need to follow up. And I touched on this with number one and the way that people traditionally buy, but in reality, most people with any significant purchase don't make a buying decision the moment they start to consider it. They do research, they do some discovery. Maybe they look at reviews, maybe they ask friends, maybe they just start to compare different businesses or different solutions. But we all do a little bit of discovery. That's why reviews on Amazon play such a big role. That's why Yelp exists. That's why any sort of review or rating mechanism has gained traction, because people want to make the right choice. They don't want to be burned. So they're going to do some sort of discovery in some way. And if you write people off because they don't buy the moment they come in contact with you, you're missing out on potentially 80 to 85% of the clients that you could pull into your business over time. So there are the 5 tips or the 5 strategies that I know can help you succeed, not only in 2019, but well beyond, because these are timeless strategies, timeless things that are the hallmark of so many successful businesses, and they can be your opportunity to win with your business. Thanks for watching. If you click the first link in either the description or the link in the pinned comment, you can get my latest book, The Ideal Business Formula, for free. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button for me. If you have any questions or comments or video requests, leave me a comment below and I'll be sure to respond. And lastly, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm posting videos at least twice a week now, and if you turn your notification bell on, you'll be sure to get them all.